I'm Melinda Emerson, Small Biz Lady, and welcome to Small Biz Chat Live. Now, normally we are on Twitter with you every Wednesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern, but tonight, you know what? It's National Small Business Week, and we wanted to take it up a notch. So I'm bringing you 3 small business experts tonight, and I'm bringing them to you live from New York City, from the Big Apple. We are celebrating the Small Business Administration's National Small Business Week, and we are doing Small Biz Chat on the live stream. Now, listen, I don't want to cut out my regular fans on Twitter, so here's what I'm going to do. Y'all know I love to give away free stuff, and if you tweet me out a question and we use it live on the air tonight, you're going to get a chance to win an HP OfficeJet Pro X printer. That's right, I got a whole bunch of printers to give away. So if you tweet out your question using my regular hashtag, SmallBizChat, you will have the opportunity to hear your question live on the air, and we're going to send you a printer on top of that. So listen, to get started, I am bringing to you Mario Armstrong. He is a TV host, he's a digital lifestyle expert, an on-air contributor to the Today Show, and Mario is here with me, and we're going to talk about how to save you time and money with using technology in your small business.
That's
Mario,
right.
welcome to Small Biz Chat Live.
This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. People, we are in New York City live. Cameras everywhere, directors, stage managers, makeup, like HP's in the building, Pitney Bowes in the building. Like people are like it's happening.
Yes.
This is perfect, right? Because you're an entrepreneur,
yes,
and you had a dream and a vision, and you founded, the whole hashtag movement that you were creating, and then to see this come together, like this is exactly what entrepreneurship and small business is. It's like put a vision out there, make it happen, and then put out a professional product. Like
thank you so much, Mario. But listen, I want to talk about you. I want to know,
sorry, I'm just excited.
How long have you been an entrepreneur? And tell us about what is the Never Settle Club. I want to hear about
yes,
this.
The Never Settle Club. Yes, hashtag Never Settle Club. This club is all about, first, to answer your first question, been an entrepreneur since really birth. I've watched my dad. I watched my dad as a little kid be an entrepreneur himself. I actually watched him go through bankruptcy as well, but also bounce back.
Okay.
So I've also seen the good and the bad, and then I experienced that same thing at the 2008 recession. But I'd say the Never Settle Club is something we're kicking off this summer. So everybody go to neversettleclub.com. Neversettleclub.com is the web address. And basically it's free, 5-week program. And each week I'm giving you homework, video with tips, and then you're going to live chat with me. And I'm basically taking you from your idea to profit. So from passion to profit.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So listen, let's talk about technology, all right? We know that small business owners, we got 10 full-time jobs at one time, right? So I want to understand from you, what kinds of things can people be doing right now to save time and money in their business by leveraging technology?
There's so many things, and that's probably part of the problem because there's a lot to choose from. So a lot of people rush out to just try different things. I actually think the first thing you should do is do something non-tech. It's actually take a step away from your business and actually look at what are you doing what are the most repetitive tasks and things that you're doing over and over again. So what you want to do is you want to try to find out those spots where you could be more productive. And you're going to want to do one of 3 things. You're either going to outsource it, you're going to consolidate it, or you're going to automate it. And so if you can really start thinking, okay, Mario said take a step back, let me look at the things that seem to be constant, repetitive tasks that I do.
Right.
How can I outsource that? How could I consolidate it, or how could I get it automated? Then you start looking at what are the right solutions to do that. Is it an app like we use in our business, Google Apps for collaboration?
Sure.
Because we have virtual teams. We have team members all across the country, and so we can collaborate in real time on a document. Well, that saves us a tremendous amount of lack of frustration when you're emailing attachments and looking for changes and
version
all those
control,
things.
all that kind of
all
stuff.
of that stuff. So simple things like that, but you don't want to just jump out and do something unless you know it's going to have some real-time impact to your business.
Absolutely. Well, what are the top 5 products that you suggest? Like, what are you using, Mario?
Yeah, I would say number 1, you got to have your finances in order. So get your money straight. So either use an app like I use Mint.com for business as well as personal.
Mint.com, yeah.
Number 2, if you do have virtual teams, I definitely would recommend looking at Google Apps for Business, which I think is really great. We use it consistently for everything. I mean, I have my notes right here. Have my notes right here in Drive right now. So if a team member is hearing something and they wanted to add to this document, they could do that right now.
Right.
I think the other thing too that I think I use quite a bit is travel apps to reduce my travel stress.
I'm on that too.
And make me much more productive.
Yes.
So things like TripIt, but also things like Hotel Tonight. And then for real productivity, for like say your to-do list or task management or project management, we use Basecamp. We're like Basecamp junkies. We just use that because it's very effective and we get stuff done.
Yeah.
And then I also use Evernote.
I was about to say I'm a big Evernote girl.
Heavily. So if you're not familiar with Evernote, that's a real big one that you should check out and use. It gives you the opportunity to really break out all your lists and put everything into one folder and then get access to it from multiple devices.
Right.
So you're always on top of exactly what like for example, I just used it recently when I was at a networking event. And this is why it's important to have your data accessible, because I was at a networking event, saw someone that I had been trying to pitch a TV show idea to, but I couldn't remember her name. Like I pitched her company, but I knew she was important. So I looked it up on the phone, looked into my Evernote folder to kind of see who I had listed as the main contacts, was able to pull that up real quick and then act like I remembered her from like eons.
Yeah, I know. And that happens. That's really scary.
It happened. You're in that networking event, you just never know. So, Evernote saved me on that one.
Yes, Evernote is awesome. So listen, let's talk about the cloud. There's all kinds of, everything's coming out now. People are trying to get away from hardware. Tell me, like, what are the 3 things that you think small businesses must have that are, cloud-based programs that they need to be using?
I think number 1, CRM. So get your customer relationship management house in order. You can't, having someone's business card and having it in that box or having it in rubber bands or having it on the desk does nothing for you.
They put it in a Ziploc,
That's right.
Mario. That's what's going on.
That's the new thing.
it's in a Ziploc.
That's right. So
not doing you any good, by the way.
No good. A card doesn't do anything for you. It's flat data. It's nothing you can extract from that. It's flat. So you want to put it into a system so that you can search for opportunities. You can tag those contacts. You'll be able to find that information that much faster. Not only that, salespeople on the road need access to the CRM.
Right.
So they know the latest that's happening with an account if they're going on a meeting or if they bump into someone like I did at a networking event.
Sure.
So I think CRM is big. Like get that part done in the cloud right away. I also think collaboration is big, whether we use Google, but if you want to use something else, that's fine too. But just being able to collaborate in real time is huge.
We use Dropbox, and that's a big tool that we use as well in my company.
I would also say inventory. So if you are a company that has physical product and you're still putting that physical product, in your home or in your basement or at the office, you should really start looking at places to outsource that and handle all the back office for you through the cloud. And one place that I would recommend is something called Whitebox. It's kind of new, but it uses the Amazon engine. Okay. And so you're using Amazon on the back end, but you're getting this, it's white-box.net, I believe is the actual address. But check it out. I think a lot of people will be like, oh my gosh, this will take so much weight off my back, and they're not charging like an insurmountable fee.
Sure.
So it's inexpensive for you to do and effective.
All right. So I've got 3 words for you.
Okay.
Laptop, smartphone, tablet.
Yes.
Now, what are you using personally, and why are you using it?
All 3, Melinda. Come on.
Look, I want you to tell me. I'm going to tell you mine if you tell me yours. I want to know, what are you using?
Okay. All right. I use the iPhone as my regular phone. I do have a Galaxy in the bag that I do use, and mostly because I test apps. And so when before I make recommendations about them, I want to test them on multiple platforms.
Okay.
I use my phone. My phone is my life source.
Right.
So I have to have the phone. So that's why I got the Mophie charger. I got another charger in this bag. And you should check out this bag. This is another thing. See, this is how you travel.
Oh, wow, look at that.
That's how you travel.
How awesome is that? Now,
and that's how you stay effective.
Where can I get one of these? What is this?
What did you just do on my show?
I need me one of these.
Entrepreneurs and small business owners need these because it organizes all your gear, all your travel stuff, whether it's makeup to, power chargers, whatever it is, keeps it all right there. It's called Cocoon. Cocoon is the backpack.
Now,
That's
how much does that cost?
It's $90.
Oh, well.
It's not bad. So in there I got the laptop.
All right, that's on my wish list, people. My birthday's coming up. I want y'all to know. Cocoon, I need a bag. As a matter of fact, Cocoon people, y'all need to call me. That's what we really need to talk. So anyway, so this is cool. So what about your laptop? What are you using for a laptop?
Yeah, I use an Apple, using Mac, I use a MacBook Air.
Okay.
It's primary laptop right now. Some of the other ones that I do like, HP, I got HP in the house for my touchscreen stuff.
Right.
So I do have that, and I do some work on that when I just feel like, standing up and actually like, touching and zooming in on Windows. But primarily I'm on the phone and on the tablet. That's it. That's the life source. Like I get so much done on the phone. I can't imagine like what I would be doing without it now.
Well, speaking of phones, okay, we live in a mobile first world.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So tell me, how can a small business owner take advantage of the mobile web right now?
I think there's a couple of things. This is a really important question that you're bringing up because you need to be accessible on the web. So number one, check right now, is your website mobile accessible? So when you type it in on a mobile device, how does it come up? How does it look? So, and then there's two options that you really can look at. Do you really need to create an app? Or do you just need to make your website mobile accessible?
Right.
And so it's way less expensive to just make your website mobile accessible than it is to create an app.
All right, but let me hip you to something I got onto today. There is a company called Como Mobile.
Okay.
$50, you can get an app,
Yeah.
and it is accessible on all platforms.
Now this is good because
Let me tell you something. I just did an event for these people earlier today,
Yeah.
and I am an evangelist now.
How do you spell it?
COMO Mobile.
Okay.
Como Mobile.
Como Mobile.
For $50, you can get an app in a minute. I mean, they basically comb the internet for all of your information,
Okay.
your website, your
Social.
Facebook fan page, bam, and you have an app that is accessible for Google, Amazon,
Yeah.
as well as the Apple iPad devices.
Yeah,
so
platform.
it's
So
like
it's cross-platform.
It's about to revolutionize the world. I mean, these people have built 600,000 apps already,
Wow.
and they're on a mission to build everybody an app. They want apps to be accessible for everybody.
No,
so
and it should.
I want to throw that out there because I mean,
No, and I haven't
they
tested
gonna build
that out
mine
yet,
next
so
week.
that-
I'm telling you, like we're on the case with that.
So your app's coming out.
My app is coming.
The thing is, people, you have to remember though, even though you can't, so making a website has become very easy. Making an app has become, as you're talking about, easier. The thing is, you still got to get people to it.
Right.
And so an app is another step of commitment
Right.
to get people to actually download the app and then to make sure that you're actually, if you're creating content, that you're doing that frequently. If
Sure.
you have inventory,
Yeah.
that you're pushing new products and sales. So you really need to think through what that strategy is and what your unique flavor, what's the real reasoning for the mobile app? Is it geolocation?
Right.
Are you looking to push out messages over text? Like, what do you want to do?
Well, what are the kinds of things do you need to be thinking about though if you want to build an app? Like what are the, I'm just kind of want to understand because I agree with you. You can't just build an app. It's like,
Right.
so what? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously you're building an app is another way to promote your business. But what kinds of things you need to think about as you, like when you think about like, what do you want your app to do?
Yeah, and I actually think about it as like when you think about the app, don't think about it like from a marketing standpoint or from a promotion standpoint. Think about it from the end user standpoint. What are you going to deliver to them in real time on a mobile device that's different from the desktop experience, that's different from what you maybe do in your store, that's different than what you maybe give in your newsletter? Like what is going to be unique
Right.
about having your content, your information, or your store or your operation
Right.
on a mobile device? If you can find that one unique differentiator, then that's what you should hone in on and start with first. So whether it's better customer service that you want to supply, or whether it's you want to push out sales, or whether it's being able to give people access to the e-commerce so that they can actually buy product from you, know what that unique thing is. Don't try to do everything.
Right.
Pick something really that's different and that benefits someone on a mobile device.
Now, how would you go about promoting your app though? So
Yeah,
it's like, because you're talking about the features and all that stuff is cool, but I'm like, what is the, how do I get people to know my app is out
Yeah,
here?
it's tough. I mean, there's, millions and millions of apps, and I have to go through a lot of them. Every week I'm on the Today Show, and I have a segment on there called Mario's Top 3, and one of those 3 things is an app. So each week I have to talk about an app. So some are business related, a lot are consumer related. It all depends on what the theme is for that week.
Sure.
And it's amazing to me how some companies try to get attention. And so I'm trying to bring this around to like, how do you get
Right.
that marketing? I think the first thing is if you already have an audience, you need to not forget your loyal advocates that you already have. Too many times we're thinking about how to get new people in to do things with us and we're forgetting about the company that we already have. So market to your existing customers strong, find out what they they like, what they don't like, make those tweaks, and then look at going outside of that audience.
Right.
Number two, don't get too big too quick. If you come to someone like me for the Today Show, I'm going to break your app. Like, we've crashed servers, which is a good problem to have when you're a small business.
But it's still a problem.
But it's still a problem.
Right.
And so you want to make sure your bugs are out and that you are really ready. And I think the third thing for promotion is finding influencers that can help with the specific, unique differentiator of your app. So not just, hey, you know, you got 200,000 or so followers, push this app out. No, why does Melinda specifically need to know about this particular app? Not for Melinda, but for Melinda's audience, who she's a curator for. So when you start thinking strategically like that, then it's easier to get influencers to try to help give you some push.
I love people who send me a press release. Hey, we just launched this app.
Yeah,
so what?
So did a million other small business
so
people.
What? I'm not writing about you in New York Times.
No, why does and it's
we
not,
don't care.
And it's why should Melinda's audience care? Not just Melinda, not just Mario. Why should the Today Show audience care? Like really think that through, and you'll have a higher success rate in getting people's attention.
Absolutely. All right, last question for you.
Oh no, that fast?
Yeah,
you're rolling.
Look, you and
I haven't even looked down at Twitter yet to see what's going on.
I know. We need to take a Twitter question too. So if we get one before we get off, let me know. But listen. Talk about text messaging, SMS messaging is starting to get really, really hot. But I see some people doing some bad practices out here. So I was wondering, you had some suggestions for, getting, if you want to leverage text messaging to communicate with the target audience, do you have some suggested vendors or,
Okay, so number one, I think you need, ask for permission. So if you have a newsletter already, say, hey, we're thinking about doing this new effort. What do you think about it? Here's what we promise to do. So if it's only going to be 3 text messages a week, make sure it's only 3 text messages a week. People will be counting. and they'll jump off and unsubscribe real quick. Number 2, if you have a retail establishment, make sure you have a sign up in your store. Promote the fact. Don't just have like, here's my Twitter address, here's my Facebook thing. Like give people a reason to sign up for the text messaging. And I think number 3 is really understand what the value is for text, because we talked about a mobile app, we talked about a website, but text is immediacy. Text is taking people's attention away from something that's personal to them as well, which is their phone. And you're pushing something to them. They're not coming to your app. They're not going to you. You're pushing to them. So you want to make sure you stay on schedule. You want to make sure you keep your promises. And then you really need to think through, if I'm going to do text messaging, what's the real benefit to them? Not to me. Not to the business. To the customer. To the customer.
To the customer, It's all about the customer. Listen, okay, I'm a Twitter diva. Twitter is my favorite platform. What is your favorite social media platform?
Oh, man. That's oh, gosh.
I need
so
you
many.
Give it up,
all right,
Mario. Give
one
it up.
Only? Oh.
What's your favorite one? What's your go-to? What are you a black belt on? Come on, tell me.
A black belt on? I feel strong on Twitter, but I have to say that I love Social Cam.
Social Cam.
I love Social Cam.
Okay.
You're not familiar with that?
I wasn't prepared for you to say that.
What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say Facebook, actually.
Really?
I didn't know. I had to ask.
Yeah, I love Facebook, and I do a lot on it. In fact, our summer club, the Never Settle Club, is being launched on Facebook.
Sure.
I'm going on tour with Facebook this summer for Facebook Fit, helping small businesses use Facebook.
All right.
So I'm big on using Facebook, but I think since I'm a video person, and that's where my largest following is. That's where I have over 1.5 million followers. Is on Social Cam. So I have to manage the frequency of that audience.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and teaching me something, all right?
Did you learn something?
I did.
You did?
I'm going to get one of these.